I find that I want to lead with that because of the game on right now. So there's some quick testing done to get this game on.
Mm-hmm.
New England and Kansas City, right now on our TV, we were just saying, I vote for 2 Monday night games every week. If you want to make that a national election, I'm all in. I will get involved in air quote politics if you let me vote on meaningful things like that.
Which party would be against that? The Greens.
Communists.
I mean, they all are mad because sports is too political. So
I mean,
guess they all would be.
I really didn't want to make it political.
No, we don't want to. That's none of it is.
I want to every Monday night. Give me 2 on Thursday. Give me 2 on Monday.
I'm with you.
I'm here for it.
2 on Thursday. Let's not do that.
Why?
Because then on Sunday you'll have none.
Oh no! How wrong you are. Then you just split up the 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock
evenly.
And then you keep the Sunday night game, and you're golden. You're good.
Like Al.
Yeah.
I got to be real with you. On Thursdays, I'm kind of like, if the game sucks like last week and I can skip it and still, get away with knowing about the NFL, what's going on, I do it. I skip those games.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, that's the 2 games you put on Thursdays. You put the 2 crap games on Thursday. That's what they're doing already.
Like Jags versus.
Yeah. Whoever.
Yeah.
Bucks versus.
The Bucks? No.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Not with Tom Terrific.
Oh, they're this week's Thursday game?
Hold on 1 second.
Huh. Wow. Yeah. Well, we come in bearing good news from the Quick Draw Rapid Testing studio. Quick Draw Rapid Testing is where you need to go.
Bucks Foles.
Bucks Bears, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Quick Draw is where you need to go if you feel like you may have been exposed to the COVID and you just want to get this checked out. Get to Quick Draw Rapid Testing, QUIK Draw Rapid Testing. They got some 8-hour hand spray as well, or hand sanitizer. That works well. Get by there, see them. $40, and 10 minutes later, you've got the results right there in your hand. I just did the commercial for you. You don't have to do it later.
Appreciate that.
But I come bearing good news for all. Lot J. Lot freaking J. Which this particular show has talked about more than anything as the cure for everything in Jacksonville. The cure for the murder rate.
Mm-hmm.
The cure for
the Jags troubles.
Local revenue, is that what they call it? All that kind of stuff. Now, I have a couple issues with Lot J right off the bat.
Viability is what you were looking for.
Yeah, there you go. Issue number 1, did y'all see how uninterested? Did y'all watch the press conference?
I only saw a little bit of it. Been busy all day.
Did y'all see how uninterested Shad Khan was in answering the question about the Jags? It was almost like he forgot about the Jags were even here.
No, it's because it was disrespectful.
What was disrespectful?
Because we're talking about Lot J. We're talking about innovation.
Are you suggesting that shouldn't have been asked?
It shouldn't have been asked. He's like, it's not about losers.
Oh, I think the whole press conference should have been about the Jags.
No, I mean, I agree with you, but Shad was just like, wait a minute, how dare you come in here and ask me about football when I'm trying to bring life to this city?
It was almost like he forgot that he owned the Jags. It was almost like, oh, gosh, yes, those guys. Yeah. I love the answer. Well, we still got 3/4 of the season left.
Oh, yeah. We're trying to win. We're not tanking.
Yeah, no, not at all. We just signed a kicker last week who was already hurt and couldn't play. We're not tanking at all. We're giving it all we have.
That's the wildest story to me.
Yeah.
How you get hurt?
Signing your contract.
Like, basically.
Here's my bigger issue with Lot J, besides the fact that I have no idea if it's ever going to get built. It's almost like this fairy tale in Jacksonville now. We need to pull up the renderings and the videos from the first thing, which was the shipyards. Because if you remember when that happened, like, that was dope. It was like they had this full video thing.
Oh, they had a video today.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get to that. They had this full video thing, and it was like, holy cow, this is like Disney World in Jacksonville. And then it was, no, not doing the shipyards, this is Lot J. And then if you remember the Lot J renderings from last year, remember all the tall buildings?
Yeah. Did they have the boat docks on this one?
Bro.
I mean, it slips.
This looks like.
You weren't as impressed?
This looks like from Maggiano's over to the expensive side of Town Center. Just a couple stories, like 2 or 3 stories. Like, what happened? What I mean, they
COVID, bro.
what? How is
Also, you're not explaining the best thing about the renderings.
that Leonard
Well,
Fournette is still in the
yes.
picture?
Yes.
Of course. We're gonna bring them all back. I mean, we like our old guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Lot
once Lot
J
J
gives
comes-
us the money to bring them all
I
back.
love
Yeah.
that theory.
Lot J, get the old gang back. They'll all be old at that point, and
Affordable.
yeah, definitely affordable.
I mean, I'm all for it, Mr. Mayor. If you're listening, I'm all for what you guys are doing. Like I love it. Just like maybe show us the whole thing, and then tell us this is just phase one. Because I couldn't have been the only one that was looking at this. In the back of my mind, I'm not getting excited because who knows if the shovel's going to go in the ground. But then when he's like, "Oh, we're going to show you what it's going to look like," I'm like, "Okay, all right." There's some apartments. Looks like a restaurant right there. Right there's those same apartments. Oh, there I saw Leonard Fournette again, and it was like they just circled around the same building. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, "Wait, that's $400 million." Like, how's that for? Like, show me.
400 mil can't get you a lot nowadays.
But
bro.
you know what I mean? Show me the 20-story hotel that you showed me before. Where did that go?
Shy got a little more realistic. Said, hotels in Jacksonville. Come on.
Now we've got
We've got a lot of hotels in
boutique,
Jacksonville.
boutique hotel. I mean, I don't know. I don't mean to burst anybody's bubble, but I was a little disappointed in the rendering. Got to be honest. Am I the only one? Or do y'all not even care anymore?
I didn't just build it so we can get a good team.
Build and they will come, as they say.
That's my thoughts on it. I mean, we all know what we all know that this is what everybody's waiting on.
I was more entertained not by the silly small renderings, but by Shad Khan being super annoyed that they were asking him football questions.
Oh, that was amazing. That's what
As
we
if they would never do that.
Like,
Like,
how
why are you
dare
shocked
you?
by that? And him giving the absolute worst answer.
Oh, he made it
of
up on
all
the fly.
time.
He completely made that
Hold
up.
on.
the
So
fly.
this is definitely made up on the fly. This was asked. Okay, I'll just let him speak for it. Basically, they said like, "Hey, the season started really rough. Are you thinking about making any changes in the future?" Da 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 da. Typical.
Well, I think, obviously I'm very disappointed. I think being 1-3 at this point, and
He knows the
yesterday
record. That's what-
when, I was leaving Cincinnati, I was reflecting on that. And and then, it dawned on me that
We
2 years ago we were 3-1 at this point. And, you put it in perspective, it's about life. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So we know what happened a couple of years ago. So 3/4 of the season is still left to go. And, we have to find a way to win.
So was he saying that a couple years ago they started out good and they were really
and then they
bad?
stunk.
Yeah,
So
you got to try something different. Like try stinking.
I love
I mean, when you think about it, the logic's there.
that.
My
Super
favorite
lucky.
part of it, though, James, is he said, "I was reflecting on it."
Yeah, I love when people like use words that you don't typically hear, like in that context, like refreshing. But like I was reflecting.
We know what he was really doing. He was stewing. He was pissed
Oh, he was flipping through the
on his private jet home.
he was flipping through the pictures of Lot J.
The renderings.
Yeah,
And he was reflecting.
he's like,
And
Why
really,
wasn't
the
number
only thing that
27?
matters. The only thing that matters is Lot J.
I mean, I was reflecting on our 1-3 team that just gave up 1 million yards rushing.
To the Cincinnati Bengals.
And was it 300 yards? Did Burrow get 300 yards passing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Burrow did whatever the hell he wanted to do yesterday. Besides that fluke interception in the end zone,
Oh, you gotta say that's a fluke. That was a heck of a play, bro.
it was. I'm just saying on it. You wouldn't put that on the quarterback. is
No.
what I'm saying.
I'm just not. I mean,
Miles Jack. I didn't mean his play was a fluke. I just mean like for Burrow's stats.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean-
that was an amazing play.
I mean, he got his first win. Joe Burrow, good for him. Just reflecting. Let's just reflect. Just wow. I really thought Shad Khan was going to be like bring the Jags to like baller status. I have to admit, I really did. I thought Shad Khan was going to be that owner, James, that was like at the top of the cap every single year and was being innovative about football and how he, pushes his employees and winning is the expectation. Like, I really believe that because of the way he was a self-made guy.
Mhm.
Man, what a disappointment.
Right. You thought it would rub off
Yes.
on everybody.
Yes. Yes. Did you feel that?
And then it dawned on me.
I was reflecting.
You know where I do my best reflecting?
On the toilet?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm there for. I mean, I get comfortable. I reflect a lot.
Notepad or no?
Oh well, yeah. Well, I do everything. I don't
Your
write
phone.
things. I do everything
Right.
from my phone. So I'm sitting here. I play a solitaire sometimes, and I'll sit back and I'll think. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I would like to do X, Y, and Z. I never had any Lot J visions, so I mean, I don't know how good I
You're not
am
at that
reflecting.
level.
You don't have
Yeah, I'm
Lot
not-
J money.
Yeah, I don't have
Do
Lot
we
J
think
money,
that he
so-
was on the toilet on the
Of
plane?
course, he's got a great. He's
reflecting?
probably got a gold toilet.
Oh, the best.
Do you know how many
You know-
people? Do you know how many people in this city have been on the toilet reflecting about how bad the Jags suck?
Yesterday,
Toilet,
so many.
in multiple positions, because you have to drink a lot from ABC Fine Wine and Spirits,
Uh-huh.
and you probably smoked 3 or 4 cigars
You
from
may be smoking one there.
thehumidor.com. Man, that's clutch.
Yeah.
Shaw can smoke one. It's his plane, right?
Oh, dude, he's smoking.
So he's going old school,
crazy on there.
70s, early 80s.
Big boy blunts.
I don't know what he was smoking to think, hey, if I tell these people that we started 3-1 2 years
Dude,
ago, they'll
Why
buy
would you
this.
say that?
I love that.
It's
man.
not how you start; it's how you finish. It's like, dude, did you just read that on a Wheaties box?
Basically. Well, what was it? Was it a gum that used to give you like motivational? No, Snapple when you pop the top.
Yeah.
And it has a good quote there. I was drinking a peach lemonade Snapple, reflecting.
Reflecting on how bad we
And
suck.
then it dawned on me, this message that was in the bottle cap said, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
And I thought, well, we suck. So let me try to sell this one. Hey, let me grab, because we got to get Dr. Swanson on. So let me grab Matt so you don't have to wait. Although we're really not talking anything at all about the Gator defense. And then and he wants to talk. Hey, Matt,
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I got a question for you. You want to talk Gator defense?
Yeah, I was on Gator Bait today talking to some people. and
Celebrity.
I didn't realize we only had basically they said 2 starting defensive tackles, and Campbell evidently the word is something happened and he's not going to be cleared, and they lost a guy to a portal, and that leaves us with a couple freshmen.
1 second, I have to cut Matt off. These are my favorite type of callers. The ones who don't even listen to the show or aren't listening, but they're like, "This is what I want to talk about,"
That's what I was getting
and
to,
I'm
Matt.
gonna call in.
That's what I was getting to. Like,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Because we were talking about Lot J. But, I mean, we're going to talk Gator defense. So, Matt, bring us there.
Is Grantham a fraud?
And that was the other thing they're talking about. Grantham is they're playing their DBs off, and so they can come up and actually play the run. And when the DBs are off with no pressure, it leaves them available. It's a liability. So, is there a possibility the freshmen can come in to give us support? Because right now our D line is getting no push up front. And I'll let y'all talk about that a little bit. And the reason why I've been listening all day trying to find this out, and I just like to know if there's a fix for our defense, or is that what it is?
All
That's
right.
what we
Got you, Matt. I got you, man. Appreciate the call.
Be honest with you, I hope not. But I don't think. I mean, it was one. They had a bad game. They played really well the week before, right?
Against Ole Miss?
No.
Oh, for a second, I did think you were serious. I was like, his memory's messed
I-
up.
They won. They're 2-0.
Gave
I
up
wish
like
our defense played as good
600
as
yards.
them. Their defense looks poor against everybody.
It's like I want to answer it, but then I don't want to be rude.
He was listening to your pot. Y'all didn't answer it in Gator Bites?
We didn't have we had Gator Bites.
Or did he
like-
say Gator Baits?
I don't know.
what?
Gabe, we haven't done Gator Bite yet. It's not till Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Y'all gonna talk about it then, right?
Well, I mean, I guess, are we not? Is that what we're doing now? Is we're going to podcasts with a top 5 team who's scorching the world on fire offensively, and we're talking about we meant to play a freshman or our DBs are playing off? I mean, I'm not trying to be Homer, but Damn. We can't enjoy something for 2 weeks?
But the defense does look suspect.
How many times did South Carolina have to go forward on fourth down? Anybody know?
Mm-mm.
6.
Oh, so they were just
6. Up until they scored that last time, which was a throwaway touchdown, essentially, it was 38-17. All right, you want to know how many yards rushing they had? I just want y'all to understand what's happening here, so that we can fully, like, what's the word I'm looking for? So we can fully appreciate how Gator fans are right now. Judging by Gator fans' reaction to our defense, without looking at the stats, I would like for y'all to tell me how many yards rushing South Carolina had on 36 attempts. Go ahead. Judging by the reaction.
judging by their reaction,
Yes.
probably like 200.
200. 36 attempts. How many yards rushing, JJ, do you think South Carolina had?
Because you're saying it like that, like 100.
Yes, 117.
Damn.
Okay, 47 pass attempts. Now remember, this is a defense that the offense is amazing, but all anybody wants to talk about is this defense. So it's got to be horrible, right? 47 pass attempts. How many yards passing did South Carolina have?
Less than 300.
James?
Based on Gator reaction
Yes.
or what I think?
Yes, based on Gator reaction.
Oh,
350.
yeah, 500.
212. You see where I'm going with this? Like, y'all just.
Yeah, but a lot of it's based off the Ole Miss game as well. But Ole Miss did put up points again. I mean, they're sick offense. Week 1. I'm just saying, people like to point out, like, hey, you know, this is our. You can't just, as a Gator fan, be like, hey, man, we're running through everybody. We're awesome. We're going to go undefeated. Like, no,
I'm
you're
not
going to
suggesting you do that. What I'm
see
suggesting
the
you
negatives.
do is you realize that it's 2 games in. You're a top 5 team. You've got a big game this week, and you just continue to let these guys develop. I don't know if a freshman is ready to play. I have no idea. I don't know.
Consider this a big week, big game?
Not really. I'm
I
going
was
to get to
about
that
to say.
later. Yeah.
Texas A&M. I don't know.
We've got to break.
Getting
don't
back to NFL before
We
we
do.
break, Brian Hoyer is not it. He is terrible. How do you take a sack
They're-
right there when you're in field goal?
Oh, with no timeouts.
Like he's just sitting in the pocket like hit the D, hit the D.
we? Well,
Belichick
Kansas
is
City needs to
upset.
get their stuff together because I need some points out of Kelsey.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. We're way behind. I'm sorry, phone line. I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you guys. We have to take a break. We have to get Dr. Swanson on. That's coming up next.
We are going to push each other physically. This is a physical game.
Injuries are often the X factor in sports.
It's a big boy game.
The personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah bring you the injury update
Welcome to the National Football League. Let's go, baby.
on 1010XL.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. Get in there. Stop limping around. Don't limp your way through life. Get in there and feel better. That's what I did. You should do the same thing. My knee was bothering me forever. I assumed because of my age that I was going to have surgery and everything was messed up. It wasn't. I had physical therapy right there at Southeast Orthopedic. You can do the same thing. Never had a surgery. Feel a million times better. Get to se-ortho.com. It's going to be easy because there's locations all near you. They're all over town. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Blue here for Shinatri Chiropractic. You know, I had neck surgery. I have back pain, going there all the time for adjustments. Even fell down coming out of the shower, injured my tailbone. Fixed me up wonderfully. They're the official chiropractor for JU Athletics. Effective diagnosis and treatment on the lower back or neck pain. If chiropractic adjusting isn't for you, they have acupuncture and dry needling for your pain and tension. What a friendly staff as well. Call them 743-6700 at 2711 University Boulevard.
Hey, Hicken here for Roof It Right. Do not fall for the fly-by-night roofer scam this storm season. Remember, a reputable roofer will not show up at your home without an appointment and will never pressure you to sign over your insurance rights. If you encounter a storm-chasing roofer, stop and call my friends at Roof It Right. Roof It Right, your local, trusted, Master Elite roofing contractor, offering free in-person or contactless appointments all storm season long. RoofItRightFL.com. That's RoofItRightFL.com. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Payday is an important day for most of us, but then you get hurt on the job and you miss a paycheck. Then you miss another one. Then you learn there's a dispute over your workers' comp benefits. That's when you call me, Eddie Farah. I don't like it when someone gets hurt and the company they've been loyal to messes up an important event like payday. It's your money. I hope you fight for it. Call me at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family. Jacksonville.
Barbecue chicken, hot links, St. Louis ribs, slow smoked pork. The best part of Pick of the Pig combos at Sonny's, there's no wrong way to pick them. Pick 2 or 3 barbecue favorites with sides and bread starting at $10.99. Enjoy them safely at your local Sonny's or get your picks in a click for curbside pickup, drive-through, or delivery. Sonny's Barbecue, local pit masters since '68.
Gearing up for the second 9 weeks, this is Big Game James with the Big Game James backpack giveaway at Twin Lakes Elementary School on October 10th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com to register your child to receive a free book bag and be provided a week's worth of meals from Feeding Northeast Florida. October 10th, Twin Lakes Elementary School from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com for more details on how to donate, register, or volunteer.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou from McGowan's AC, and guys, I got a deal for you. You know, I love the fall weather, but these temperature changes can put a stress in your AC system. My friends at McGowan's always say preventative AC maintenance pays for itself, so they're offering a special one-time fall tune-up for just $50 per system. Heard me right, $50 for a fall tune-up to keep you comfy all season. Call them today, 264-COOL, for McGowan's AC, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Has someone in your household recently been diagnosed with COVID-19? East Coast Institute for Research is conducting a COVID-19 prevention clinical study and is now accepting volunteers. You may qualify if you're over 18 years old and live with someone who has recently tested positive. Participants will receive free study-related exams and investigational drugs and will be compensated up to $3,250 for time and travel. Details at eastcoastresearch.net. eastcoastresearch.net.
Frank Frangie here for Big Chief Tire. When shopping for new tires or car service, you shouldn't have to sacrifice service for a good deal. That's why you should choose Big Chief Tire. At Big Chief Tire, they treat you like family. But don't just take it from us. You can count on their 4,000 Google reviews and a 4.75 average star rating across all Jacksonville locations. Rely on the team at Big Chief Tire for your tire, oil, brake, suspension, and alignment services. Schedule an appointment. Visit BigChiefService.com.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Catching fish with Captain Kevin.
Hey, that's a good fish, man.
The Moe's Southwest Grill fishing forecast. Brought to you by Ring Power, Fisherman's Dock Seafood Market, and Tire Outlet.
There's a bass on there.
Thursday nights at 8 on 1010XL AM.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com. Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
Dr. Chris Swanson joins us every Monday night to talk injuries in sports. What is going on, Dr. Swanson?
Not much, guys. How you doing?
We're good. We're good. How are you? You good?
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah. The injury list is long for the Jags. It was like every other play, somebody got hurt yesterday. What's with all the core muscle injuries, though? Like Andrew Wingard has a core muscle injury. Fabio James.
Good.
Quincy Williams has a core muscle injury. Like, what? I mean, up until we talked about this with Laviska Shenault last year, I don't know that I'd ever heard or seen core muscle injury on a injury reserve. Tell everybody what that is again.
Yeah, so the core muscle injury is definitely something that's become more widely publicized in the past sort of 5, 10 years or so. It's really a strain of the adductor muscles. It was more common in hockey players originally, and soccer players, and now you see it a little bit more in football players. It's controversial whether just a period of rest can help with that. You need surgery to help to fix it. There's really only one guy in the country who kind of does most of the surgeries on it.
One guy does most of the surgeries on core injuries?
Yeah.
Seems like
Why don't you get in on that?
I know. Seems like it'd be something to break into, Doc.
Is it too late to change?
And can you add to your menu?
Did come in? What would you like today? Well, my knee was feeling bad, but then I started my I had a core muscle. I've been hearing a lot about these core muscle.
I was reading in your brochure about this core muscle
deluxe,
thing you have.
luxurious.
Tell me about that. I mean, I don't know why we're not adding on.
So it's this guy, his name's Bill Myers, and he was in Philadelphia. He does most of it.
Huh. What do you think about them signing a kicker who had a right knee injury and he's right-footed?
What happened to Lambo?
Well, Lambo's hurt. Lambo's obviously hurt, but then they bring Steven Hauschka in and they sign him, and the first thing that happens is he's on the injury list with a right knee problem.
By the way, I didn't think the new guy sucked so bad.
No, he wasn't bad.
He was fine.
He wasn't bad,
He made
but
a few good kicks.
Yeah.
But my question is, isn't there part of this whole process where they have to pass like a physical or something?
Yeah, they do have to pass a physical, and so you would think a right-footed kicker with a right knee injury would be hard to pass that physical.
I mean, I'm going to assume that the physical is a little more involved than all of our high school physicals where we turned our head and coughed.
I hope so.
High school physicals were a joke.
Bro, they've come a long way though. They lined us all up in a room.
You walk in there like,
Yeah,
you
but I
feeling
mean,
good? Okay,
so
cool.
these are big money physicals. I mean, these things matter. So
I remember a few years ago at the facility, you guys did something with St. John's Middle School Athletic Association.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, this feels like the combine. Like you guys are out there, working these kids. The only thing you needed to do was interviews. Psych evals.
I mean, are all is that the standard now? Is like, are all the physicals pretty involved now?
at the high school level?
Yeah.
I mean, so they're nowhere near as involved at the professional level for whatever your professional sport is, because, again, at the professional level, you're talking about big money that's kind of riding on that performance. And so you need to figure out things for sure ahead of time. At high school, the high school physicals are really more of a screening thing where you're trying to prevent, where you're trying not to miss something glaring, or someone has a cardiac history and things like that, so that you don't see anything real bad.
Because I'm
so
not
it's really
even
more of a screening thing.
I'm not even exaggerating. I remember high school physicals. Like the doctors would come in, and they'd have like 12 of us in a room, and it was like they'd listen to your heart, and then it was drop them and turn your head and cough, and that was the extent of it. Like,
yeah, I mean, when I was playing high school basketball, I mean, I'm not even sure we really had formal physicals. I mean, there's a form now that all these kids are required to fill out. I don't remember ever having that growing up.
What position did you play?
Small forward.
Have we been over this?
Yeah, he's a hooper.
How many points per game? Or were you more of like a rough and dirty, throw a couple elbows,
I see
get
him.
4
I
fouls guy?
see Dr. Swanson as a scorer in
Like
high
an
school.
enforcer. Were you an enforcer or a scorer, Doc? We know you were a scorer off the court.
All the way around score.
Nice.
Yeah, I could see that.
Doc put up numbers.
3-point shooter, man. 3-point shooter.
Oh yeah, comes with
I would
skin
have been
color.
great
We all
in
were.
today's. I would have been great in today's NBA. Just not in
I don't know, man.
my
Jimmy Butler
generation.
yesterday didn't take one 3-point shot and put up
Which
40.
is crazy. He had such an epic game last night.
He did.
I think when he said you guys are in trouble at the end of the game,
that was awesome.
Well, that's because I think Bron told him. Bron told him that in the first quarter.
That made me laugh.
And then he just
that's
got him back.
Great. You guys are in trouble.
Are you watching the NBA?
I watched some of it. I mean, I'm a Celtics guy. I watched a lot of Celtics Heat series. This finals matchup wasn't my favorite finals matchup. And then when Bam and Dragic got hurt and were out, I was like, man, there's no chance.
So is
Bam
Bam supposed
Bam's
to be
coming back,
back?
though. Yeah,
You're the doc. What's up with that?
What I saw reported was a neck strain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be the worst neck strain of all time.
To not
That's
play in the
NBA
finals, but he's like on the sideline hanging out.
They had clips of him before the game
Like-
shooting and everything else.
Like you'd have to
Neck-
kill me.
Neck strain to me for the NBA finals. I mean,
I'm
It's got to
pushing
be
through that.
serious.
you got to be playing. There's just like if you can come, either the strain is so bad that you can't play the whole rest of the series, fine. But if not a neck strain,
Right.
really, you can't play through it. I don't know.
Like Dragic just seems a lot more serious. He's out for like 6 weeks. He's done.
But
Right,
he's a foot,
done.
right?
And so if you're done, you're done. That's fine. But like when the injury's advertised as a neck strain,
Yeah.
I mean that's like.
And
know,
you're the
either
tough
to the-
guy. You're like the toughest guy on the team. Like that's
He's had-
your
he's-
whole thing.
He's had the
Well,
play.
he's not the toughest guy on the team. There's
But
no question about
he has
that.
had
Jimmy
the play of the
Butler-
bubble.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is the toughest
Yeah,
guy.
he is.
But Bam has had the play of the bubble of the entire.
The
The block is
That block was unbelievable.
And he's
question.
been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just in
He has
general.
way better than I ever thought he would be.
Yeah, I didn't
Way
even know him coming out of college.
See what happens when the Jags go 1-3. We start talking about Bam and an injury in a league that there's 12 people watching.
Dude, the
But
Jags.
but the Jags have finally turned it around. I mean, they've gotten focused on the task at hand, which is to try to be worse than the Jets, which is going to be really hard.
Oh, I
But,
thought you were
maybe
going to say
they
And
the
the
can do it.
task
Giants.
is Lot J.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
Southeast
maybe
be
they-
moving into Lot J.
That's what the
Maybe-
people want to know.
They're
Well, we
just
have
going
a
to be bad enough to
Southeast-
get Trey Lance.
Oh, please no, stop.
Hey, he played on Saturday.
Yeah, he didn't
Looked
play-
damn good. I didn't
Will-
watch the snap.
Will the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist office be located in Lot J, Doc? We want to
Ooh.
know right now.
Good question.
It's a real estate down there.
That they're building it. They're saying they're waiting on Southeast to give them the go ahead.
Man,
Can we count on y'all to take up it? It looks like it's only about 6,000 square feet of space right now. Can we ask y'all to take up about a third of that?
oh yeah, we could throw at least an office and a physical therapy clinic in there. Yeah, no problem.
There you go, Shad. Southeast, they're taking down 2K of square feet, depending on the rent.
Man, and we know it's going to be high.
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, after 2 weekends ago, it hasn't been as bad in the NFL. Last couple weekends haven't been nearly as bad as it was 2 weekends ago. Jags seem to have a bunch of minor injuries. Did we get an update on?
We did have Chubbs out for like 6 weeks with an MCL.
Yeah, I was talking about Miles Jack. Did we get an update on his deal? What he hurt yesterday? Because he didn't play the last part of the second half. We don't normally get really injury updates today. I'm looking injury because he's really the only one playing well defensively right now, and he's playing really well. Suffered an ankle injury. That's not good for somebody who.
Did he come back in the game? I can't remember.
No, once he was out, he was out.
He was out.
Then it got bad.
They showed him trying on the sideline to kind of walk it off, and he was really limping.
Mm-hmm.
Really limping. So, I mean, I guess what we're hoping for is not that dreaded high ankle sprain.
Yeah, not the high ankle sprain. If it's sort of more of a quote regular ankle sprain, it kind of makes you day to day. Still could miss a week or two for sure, but get into some therapy and get a brace and some tape on there, and
so we can't
hopefully
even take
won't be out for
advantage.
too long.
Can't even take advantage of the Texans getting rid of their coach.
Well, like we could take advantage of that anyway. We wanted them.
Do
to
we
keep
think
their
that's a
coach.
good thing or a bad
It's a
thing
terrible thing.
for the Jags?
Yeah, that's
Because they're all going to rally
right
around the new guy.
Oh, does it matter?
I don't know.
But what's our goal? What's our goal for the Jags? I mean, are we trying to be
We're trying to be the worst
trying to be
team.
1-15.
We're trying to be the worst team, but the players aren't buying in.
They're not.
Well,
I mean, Fabio's doing his best.
I don't know if I would agree with you on that, JJ.
yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, it seems
Joe
like,
Mixon looks like Walter Payton yesterday.
And he's been terrible.
I know.
Dude, apparently Burrow got sacked like 14 or 15 times this year.
Yes. Jags
weren't even close, dude.
No.
I was trying to listen to Sports Final because I gave a great analogy. I'm sure Chris edited it. Because
what are you talking about?
Well, I was going to talk about the Jags D line.
Sports Final.
Sports Final. What I do with Chris Porter on First Coast News.
Okay. There you go.
I thought you were talking about Chris Swanson.
I said, basically,
and just to show that these guys obviously don't watch you.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Thanks for the support. I appreciate it.
I obviously knew what he was talking
It's on late. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is on pretty late. But the Jags are basically like virgins. They lacked any penetration. They did not give up any.
You said that on TV?
Well, we do a Zoom call. We do a Zoom. It's not like now. I could have got away. I would have got a look on live, but Chris didn't even budge, so I know it was edited. So edited out. But I was just sitting there. I'm like, how does a team give up 14 sacks? You should be. Even Taven had to be in this week. Like, I'm gonna finally get me one. I'm gonna get me one. And them boys was just maximum protection. Like, they did not want to touch Burrow.
You know, I just thought of something. We're rude. We shouldn't even be having Doc on right now. He's probably dialed into this Patriots game.
Man, I am watching that, man.
You got to be happy. I mean, 6'3" without Cam.
What's up with Belichick's mask? He has like a something on his nose below the mask, almost like he's covering something up with the mask.
At least it looks like this time he actually is covering his mouth.
Yeah, because he got fined $100K.
That'll get you
covered. The general idea.
Doc, we've been trying to stay away from coronavirus questions for you, but I got to ask this.
Yeah.
What's your prediction on how long we're going to have to walk around with masks on?
I don't right now.
What's your prediction on how long are we supposed, or most people going to have to walk around with masks on?
Well, JJ, you were probably in the White House, right? No mask.
Yes,
on.
exactly.
I mean, have you been
living
tested
free
recently?
like a patriot.
He's a survivor.
Yeah, I have the antibody stock. I'm fine.
Well, I think that the past week has been a reminder that we're not out of this yet, and we still need to be careful. And masks are an important part of that. And I mean, I think we've seen some examples in the media in the past week about how things can turn kind of quickly.
But it doesn't
the
look like
White
it's
House being
going
one.
anywhere, though. So, like, we're just delaying the inevitable, it seems like, with the lockdowns and with the masks and everything. It's like, well, if you're going to get it, I'm not going to live my whole life with a mask on in my house.
Well, nobody's asking where in your house.
Well, no one said it in your house.
I'm
and no one
saying
said
stay in your
whole life.
house
We're
and
still-
wear a mask, because there is states where there is people still on lockdown.
Doc, I need you to answer my question. Are we going to be doing this all the way through 2021?
Definitely through 2020. I think probably a portion of 2021. And so, the question is, do we stop wearing masks, or is this going to go away? And I mean, there's no real answer to that. So again, it depends if we're trying to be cautious or not. Completely getting rid of masks is not coming anytime soon. And neither is the vaccine. I mean, so the vaccine's not coming anytime soon either. So, but a mask in kind of public places is a reasonable thing if it lets us get back to more of our normal way.
Reasonable
of life,
to
things
who?
that we want to do.
I don't think it's reasonable for us to just be wearing masks
I
for
asked
2
the
years.
question not to make this a political.
Well, it
segment.
has to be.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
sorry.
No, it
to
doesn't.
just say that Americans are going to be wearing masks around for 2 years, that's ludicrous. It's lunacy. Who are we?
Okay.
And I'm not blaming you, Doc.
I'm not
I'm
asking
just
that
saying in
question ever
general,
again
like
when JJ's our
us,
producer.
we're
I'll ask it
insane.
when RJ's our
We're
producer.
insane. I wear a mask in Publix too. I mean, I'm an insane person,
said
just
in
like all of
Publix.
us.
I wear a mask in Publix.
He said in
because
Publix.
I like Publix, and if that's
Yeah,
what Publix tells me I have to do.
And
Like,
at work, I wear it down the hall.
I don't mind Publix. Like, now, if I'm at Wacko's or something, and they say wear a mask, I'm like, come on, man.
Absolutely not.
The environment I chose to come into.
Does she have to wear one?
Maybe that's
No.
a bad example. But like, if I'm in the cigar
Right.
lounge, I mean, it's not going to stop. I mean, the smoke. I
Well,
mean,
it's hard to smoke a cigar with a mask on.
Right.
I mean, for sure. Like Bill Belichick, I think, has an adaptation for that, but
I heard at the Jags game they're being very aggressive about you have to wear a mask. Like when you're not drinking or eating, they'll come tell you like, "Hey, put it back on," which I didn't expect.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's not going to be for forever, but
you just said.
But no, I didn't. I didn't say forever.
He said the rest of 2020 and part of 2021.
That's forever.
And some of 2021, at least the rest of 2020, I think. And you guys are just asking my opinion.
Yeah, of course. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you.
No, Doc. Don't you know you're our Fauci? Everything you say is canon.
I asked you a question, and JJ literally started yelling at you, and then saying 2 years. JJ said you said we're going to be wearing masks until through 2022.
Here's what Doc.
You said I can never see my grandma again, Doc.
Here's what Doc's saying. He's like, I don't understand why you guys are complaining. I wear a mask like at work all day.
I know
that's true.
If JJ's going to verbally assault me like this, I mean, holy cow!
I was more yelling at the world than at you. I was just taking it out on
Doc,
you.
My question is sports related, not COVID.
Thank you.
Typically, because I have to let you know because it can go anywhere when I'm asking these questions.
James, tell me about the knockoff of Viagra.
Yeah.
That would be better than the mask question.
I'm not gonna say I've never had one of these injuries where you have to stop play and you get jogged off and then miraculously you come back on the field, but how do some of these guys I guess medically or whatever, maybe it's the human body, but how do some of these guys literally look like somebody stabbed them in their ACL and turned the knife, and they're grimacing in pain, screaming. Then they have to have 5 people help them off the field, and then next thing you know, 2 plays later they're back in. What do you guys do? Do y'all rub Epsom salt on them or something and then just say, "Hey, walk it off"? So I couldn't think of the menthol cream that they put on stuff.
What's the stuff that they sniff that gets them right back in?
I love that
smelling salt.
Yeah,
smelling salt.
I'm sure James has some of those.
Yeah, man, that stuff's
That's a good question that James asked, though. What is that? Is that what kind of injury would that be where somebody feels like it's over and then two plays later?
Well, we saw it yesterday, Jags. Offensive lineman, somebody went back on his leg, and you were like, "Oh, he's done." He looked like he was done, and then he immediately got back up. It's fine. I think they're scared.
I think the big thing with those plays is that that initial impact, the player, the person getting hit is so concerned that it's something serious.
Exactly.
And they hit the ground and,
flashes in front of
They're freaking out.
Flashes in front of their eyes. They're freaking out. This is terrible. That felt really bad. And, then everyone rushes out there. Everyone gets them off the field. And then, adrenaline kicks in a little bit. They have a chance to kind of process things and for things to settle down. And then a lot of times it doesn't turn out to be quite that bad. But that initial big impact is just something that no one's really ready for in the moment. And so a lot of times guys kind of freak out to an extent.
Well, you can go see, if you're freaking out about an injury, you can go see Dr. Swanson. Knee or shoulder specifically. Yeah, se-ortho.com is where you need to go. If you get injured on Friday night playing football, then you can go check him out at the Bump and Bruise Clinic. He'll see you Saturday morning at, is it 8 o'clock?
9 o'clock Saturday morning at Brooks YMCA, off Gate Parkway. Come in, get treatment. Even if it's something minor, just come in, get some therapy on it, get you a good start to the following week. Doesn't have to be just football. It can be any sport. If you're playing this fall and you have an injury, just come on and see us 9 o'clock.
Get in there, see it, get it treated. It's a great thing that Southeast Orthopedic does. Doc, we appreciate you as always, man. Go watch that Patriots game.
All right, man. You guys have a good week.
All right, talk to you soon. I cut him off. He was going to yell and cuss at you, and I cut him off.
He's going to think I did that.
JJ did it. He did it. He said, "Enough, Doc, with your mask." We'll talk college football coming up next.
Between the opening kickoff and the final whistle, there's a moment when the rubber hits the road. Let's go! Listen for the Tire Outlet Drive of the Game. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service on 1010XL.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
It's the 5th annual Beaches Boys and Girls Club Golf Tournament, Monday, November 2nd at Atlantic Beach Country Club. This tournament sells out each year and is among the most fun to play. It supports the great work of the Beaches Boys and Girls Club, where 95% of club members are promoted to the next grade level. Go to bgcnf.org for sponsorship and group times. Can't golf? Buy a ticket to Wednesday pre-tournament barbecue at ABBQ. All proceeds benefit the kids.
Hey guys, you know, it's Hicken here, and you know I work late. And you probably heard me talk about my trouble sleeping, man. I toss and I turn, I can't fall asleep. No more, baby. A couple of my friends been telling me, Hicken, get a MyPillow. I'll give it a shot. Let me tell you something. MyPillow is the truth, gang. Googans, the hype is real. The MyPillow patented adjustable fill provides perfect comfort and support so you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. I'll give you another example. BWR, beautiful wife Reagan, when I come in late, she always wakes up. Not anymore. Sound asleep because of MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. We got a special buy one, get one free offer for you 1010XL listeners. Use promo code 1010XL. When you get your own custom-made MyPillow, they'll send you another one absolutely free. MyPillow, made in the USA. It's easy to care for. 60-day money-back guarantee. Call them right now. 800-684-5457. That's 800-684-5457. And use promo code 1010XL for buy one, get one free. Check them out at MyPillow.com.
Up in the morning with the rising sun, back to our dock before the day is done. Boats and trucks and airplanes too, bringing seafood from the world to you. Fresh from us to your family, come be a part of our legacy. Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop. Fisherman's Dock, the ultimate seafood shop.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 5th, 2014, Denver's Peyton Manning threw 4 touchdowns in a win over the Arizona Cardinals, reaching the 500 career TD plateau.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and right now we're getting into the fall months. We're talking about hunting season. You've got some great rides for some guys, some ladies to go out and do a little hunting.
We do. We've got a full line of side-by-sides. We've got every Pioneer Honda makes in stock. We've got every Honda model ATV in stock. We are stocked up and ready for the fall.
Hot temps, cool temps, you've got it all. You've got something for somebody to ride.
We've got something for everybody, and we're ready to roll right now.
Online, cyclesofjacksonville.com, and check out the showroom right there at Atlantic and Regents.
Hi, this is Joe Butler from Black Creek Outfitters. Getting outside on the water in the Florida sun may be the best medicine of all. At Black Creek, we specialize in getting you out on the water on kayaks and paddleboards. 2 things we offer: free delivery in the area and 12 months no interest financing. Call us up at 904-645-7003 and we can get your new kayak or paddleboard out to you today so you can get on the water tomorrow. Black Creek Outfitters, locally owned and operated by the Butler family since 1983.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as the Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the 4th-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to rolling lot bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
What's going on, guys? The Sports Den. This segment is brought to you by Alka-Vita Alkaline Water. You got to make sure you stay hydrated. That's one of the ways you prevent those core pulls and those hamstrings. Making sure you're nice and hydrated also helps you with your gut health, helps get you, again, the biggest thing is about being hydrated, especially when the temperatures get cooler. A lot of people decide not to drink water because it really just doesn't really have any kind of flavor. People don't want to do that. But Alka-Vita alkaline water definitely gives you a different taste. It makes you feel good, makes you feel refreshed. Go to alkavita.life to go to the website to check them out, or go check them out at the Regency Square Mall on October 17th. They're going to do a pop-up shop, meet the people, taste the water, and it's available to you locally at a bunch of different establishments. Alkavita.life is the website.
My man hung up. JJ,
I just saw that. We
He
had a
held
guy
for 30
holding,
minutes?
yeah, for 30 minutes wanting to talk about Lache, and literally when we were going to take him, he left.
Wow.
Way to
Oh, well.
quit when the light's at the end of the tunnel.
It's not about how you start, it's how you finish, sir.
Let me grab Andre. Andre, what's up?
What's going on, fellas? First of all, Dina, you okay?
I'm good, man.
Man, you kind of sound like a big game last Monday. You know, your heart started palpitating when they started talking about the Florida defense. But you all right?
Oh, no, you misunderstood me. I got no worries at all with our defense. I'm just thankful and blessed that I'm not a Garnett and Gold fan.
Amen to that.
Hey,
we won.
Enjoy your
We're
now.
1-0.
Enjoy your cookies right now.
It ain't about how you start. It's about how you finish.
Talk to him, James.
That's true.
But my question, James, is did like the O-line, did they switch out the O-line once Travis came in, or what was going on? Because it seemed like a total turnaround. Or I'm not seeing this correctly?
To quote a guy that is hated by Seminole Nation, but I think he's a good coach. He made a very brilliant statement a couple years ago. When you're running in today's offensive game, you don't have to be a great runner. You have to be a willing runner. One Daniel Laquavius Mullen said that in a thrilling speech. But I think what happens is Jordan Travis, just to talk about him and not to really bash Tate Rodemaker, who looked like a deer in headlights against a high school team, which is never a good look with a prospect. Means he's probably a bust. It doesn't get better from there. Trust me, they get harder. But Jordan Travis steps back, doesn't see what he likes, and he uses his legs. And eventually defenses have to account for that, and they actually put him in positions to throw the ball, so he was able to use his arm. So it's not saying that Jordan Travis is the savior or he's the next Charlie Ward. It's just saying that once that happens, you get that spark, and defenses have to account for that. It makes the offensive line block a little bit better. And this offensive line is improving.
Sarcastic though.
No, I got you.
You know I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, but the thing is that for whatever reason, there's a lot of misinformation that gets put out there. I want people to the theory and practice of football. And I'm just letting people understand that this is what happens when you actually have to, put these theories into practice. That spark happens. But 3 of the offensive linemen for FSU are ranked in the top 30 when it comes to offensive line play. Now, everybody's not playing, so they don't get.
Hold on. That's Pro Football Focus, right?
Probably. Don't just.
We got to be consistent. We are anti-pro football.
We are. But if you really do go back, and this is something that was told to me, that the offensive line coach said there are 2 players that he knows he can rely on that he cannot lose. That's Maurice Smith and the Love, the tackle who transferred in from FIU. He's like, everybody else he can kind of move around. So the biggest bright spot in all of that is that Smith and Lucas were both suspended for missing curfew. So the team did reasonably well considering.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Andre. Appreciate it as always.
There you go, Denny. Big catch right there by your boy.
Touchdown?
No.
I need touchdown points. Catch points don't do me any good right now. I need Kelsey scoring touchdowns. We need 2 of them. We'll get to 8 o'clock in a second. People are already hitting us up on the Lifestyle Closures text line about 8 o'clock. Miami Clemson this week.
Woo!
Big game.
JJ, how you feeling about this? Seriously.
We'll take the L.
Really?
No doubt.
You no hope at all?
None. Yeah, I definitely have hope. But I mean, but I'm the pessimistic guy always. You know that anyways. But I watched Clemson for the first time this year on Saturday, and I was not impressed by their defense. But man, when that offensive machine gets rolling, it's unstoppable, man.
The problem with Clemson,
Like you almost forget Travis Etienne's on the team. And he
That's what I
just
was gonna
runs
say.
through everyone.
that's what I was going to
He's so good.
And they've got multiple guys like him.
Dude, it was a play where he should have been stopped in the backfield.
And he scored a touchdown?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't understand.
That was wild.
Why don't people talk about him enough?
I don't know.
Like they don't watch
Because he's
the
on
game.
the same team. Yeah, nobody watches Clemson because just like the same reason nobody watches Alabama. It's like, you know they're going to beat the brakes off them, so we'll watch them 2 times a year against big teams.
Man, y'all are so right. I think that Alabama gets a lot more because of the guys they're playing each week.
SEC, of course.
But you're right. Like Clemson goes completely under the radar except for 2 or 3 weeks a year.
That's why I was like, I'm going to watch them before the game. So I'm kind of like know what they look like compared to last year.
And they're not going to have anybody in the Heisman finals. Like if y'all are putting your money up for Trevor to win it, you're crazy.
They don't play enough.
They're going to be out at halftime. Their stats aren't going to be there.
They'll cancel each other out as
They're
well.
so stinking good. But man, I'm not even making fun of this. I think Miami fans are legitimately excited about this Friday or this Saturday.
Definitely. I'm super excited. I mean, I give us a 15% chance. If you would have asked me before the season, I would have given us a less than 1% chance. Honestly, like
I'm interested to see it because I want to see how good Miami is. Like, I mean, it's not going to say if you're a top 15 team because I believe Miami is a top 15 team. You can get beat by Clemson by 30 and still be a top 15 team. That's how good Clemson is.
Oh yeah.
But if Miami is,
I hope it's not that bad.
Anywhere near what people think they are, this is going to be a game in the third quarter.
Right, I believe it. I think Miami has something that a lot of teams haven't had going for them going into Clemson, and that's confidence. And I think they'll be fine.
And an offense that can seemingly go score to score with most teams. Clemson, though, that offensive machine is unlike any other, really.
Who have they played? I know they played Virginia.
Nobody.
I'm looking it up real quick.
They played at one small.
They played Wake Forest. They played Citadel, and they played
that's what it
Virginia.
was, yeah.
The weakness that Miami has right now is they lack bodies at the cornerback position, and their safeties were already kind of iffy, but they're good. They're athletic, but like if they're can they consistently take those guys coming at them? We can like play after play. And that's really what you gotta understand.
And they run that up tempo, like, man, Trevor's so smart.
What's crazy is you just forget that the Ross kid is out.
Yeah, it didn't seem to matter when I was watching.
Like they're that good that the guy that people were saying would be a top 5 pick 2 years ago and last year, he's out, and they're so good you forget about it. Like I'm excited to watch that game. It's the 7:30 game, right?
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that one. I don't. This is going to come around as a troll. I don't get into many ACC games.
Yeah, me neither, and I'm in the ACC.
But this one is this one's on the list for me. I'm excited to watch this one. Who do y'all have this week?
We have
Notre
Dame, but I'm
same
hoping,
time as Miami.
Right now, they've got 7 guys that can't play because of the COVID, and we've seen that. It's dangerous to play this game. Like last time we had a COVID thing with Florida State, it wasn't a safe environment for the players. FSU players really were put in harm's way when they went down to Miami. It just wasn't fair.
Right.
So I think they should just go ahead and postpone this game.
You're willing to take that?
Yeah, man. Like it's all about player safety.
That's good of you. Big of you.
We mentioned earlier the Texas A&M Florida game. Thus far, outside of Oklahoma, well, outside the Big 12, Texas A&M one of the most disappointing teams? No?
They are what I thought they would be. I mean, Jimbo, outside of his run, right? And he had a run. You got to give him props. Reaches for all but one, but he had a run. Jamarcus Russell, Jameis, what's my man's name? Christian Ponder, Reach, EJ, Reach.
Oof.
After that, though, who has he had? I mean, think about the quarterbacks that Jimbo is a quarterback whisperer, guru, but think about it.
Well,
they've been really bad.
You thought he was going to be good with Frenchie.
You thought.
Yeah.
and he didn't.
And I'm not sure who you put that on.
Right now, Kellen Mond was supposed to be that guy. But even before that, you had Everett Golson. You had Sean McGuire, who was in his system. So, I mean, it's just been, not really good development year after year. He brought in some guys in Florida State that all ended up being head cases and transferring out.
Who was the tall, skinny guy? Really?
James Blackman?
James Blackman?
No,
Are you talking
white
about the
guy.
kid who, white guy?
Yeah. You had a really skinny white guy quarterback. Maybe he was the best.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Tricky.
Concussion. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had
damn.
not an eating disorder, but like
I can believe that.
like something where his body just couldn't keep
Didn't he
on
have
weight.
Damn.
nonstop concussions?
He had concussions too, but like he literally couldn't put on weight.
He's coaching now.
Yeah.
He's coaching.
Both
college
him and his
football.
brother.
Speaking
right?
of quarterbacks, Jared Stidham is officially in this game.
Oh, well, the other guys.
And
trash.
then they just broke like a 50-yard run.
Like, I'll be honest, when I think Texas A&M right now, I don't think of Texas A&M any differently than I think of South Carolina.
Let me ask you this.
Is that wrong of me?
No.
Texas A&M will beat the brakes off South.
Well, we're going to find out. They play in a couple weeks.
Here's my thing. You paid a lot of money to be in the exact same position that you're in now. Kevin Sumlin wasn't.
Well, so someone's got the COVID. Did you see that?
Yeah, I had to text my boy. One of my
that's
good
right.
friends is the strength and conditioning coach there.
Yeah.
So, who texted me during the game last week? He was like, "Are you okay, man?" He's like, "This is not good." He's like, "They could have." He said, "You guys paid a lot," because he said what I just said about Texas A&M. So you're paying a lot of money to be in the similar predicament with that.
Someone was arguably better. Like it was better there when someone was there. Am I wrong?
I feel
about
like
that?
they got more
early.
I feel like they were more exciting.
Yeah, he had Manziel, and they won they obviously won with him.
Yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, but once you get past that,
I just don't think. I mean, I've watched a little bit of Texas A&M.
I think the problem with Texas A&M and Jimbo's offense is this: it is entirely too quarterback dependent. Now we all know you have to have a good quarterback right now to be good, but he doesn't go with the hot hand. Like he doesn't utilize his running backs, and it's very complicated, the system. So like you got to have a cerebral guy, and I think Jameis was the perfect quarterback for his system. And he made it go. And the problem is, ain't very many Jameis Winstons coming through high school right now. Or you got to win that battle.
What's the line on this game?
Texas A&M, Florida.
Yeah,
and Florida's not up doesn't get 2 scores.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Give me 1 second. Guaranteed Florida by at least 2 scores.
Yeah, I would think it'd have to be like 14 and a half.
Now the problem with Florida is that, but it's been a while. Oh, really?
It's 7.
I think they're accounting for Jimbo and his history against Florida.
Man,
I wouldn't, but and I guess when you really go back into the caller a couple segments ago's point, when you go and you look at where Florida's weak again and this at the safety position, they feel like maybe they'll be able to attack them in the passing game. I don't think that's going to happen, but
Texas A&M scored 17 points against Vanderbilt.
Ooh.
17.
Well, they're good defense.
You're going to tell me that Florida's not more talented than Vanderbilt on defense?
Way more talented.
Right. I mean,
I don't think Texas A&M stands a chance. And I told people this, and they called me a hater. And I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe a little bit of that is true. Maybe I am a hater. But I'm also a guy who can recognize the football side of it.
This is another one of those games if you're Florida, though.
Is it at Florida or is it?
No, it's at College Station.
Okay.
But this is another one of those games that when Urban was there and when Spurrier was there, which is where we all want Dan Mullen to be, is where those two guys were.
Well, I want Dan to be in Houston.
When
the Texans.
When Florida played the number 21 ranked team in the country, you expected them to win by 3 touchdowns.
Fair.
Right? You can go back to Florida State days when they had a top 5 team. When y'all played somebody, NC State, well, that's a bad example because they always played y'all well, but when y'all played somebody in the top 20, like number 20, you expected to win by 3 touchdowns.
Right.
Like that's what top 5 teams do. That's what I expect out of Florida in this. If Texas A&M, if Florida goes in and Texas A&M scores 30 on them, then okay, I'll start to really worry about the defense. If they do what South Carolina did, I'm still not that worried about it. Is it a weakness? Sure, it's a weakness. You can be a little weaker when your offense is putting up the numbers that Florida's is putting up.
Was Florida ever not in control of that game?
No.
And that's really what you have. As a fan,
Yeah.
That's what you really, especially early on as things are still kind of developing. That's what you got to ask yourself. If I was never in control at any point in the game, then I'm worried.
Let me grab a phone line. We got somebody want to talk about UF and A&M. Justin, what's going on? Justin, you there? Okay, apparently he doesn't want to talk about Florida and Texas A&M. Obviously on Thursday we'll get more to our predictions on these college games. I still want to get into Georgia a little bit, but I definitely want to get into this. Text line's got some good hate o'clocks. If you've got a hate o'clock, hit us up on the text line. Let us know what it is. Hate o'clock coming up next.
A powerhouse triple header starting at noon with Texas versus Oklahoma, followed by Tennessee at Georgia and Miami at Clemson. College Football Saturday on 1010XL is brought to you by Community First Credit Union and Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group.
Water and staying hydrated is one of the keys to life. It's essential. Your body's made up mostly of it. Make sure you're putting the best inside of your body. That's Alka-Vita alkaline water. It's got a high pH. It's at 8. And basically when you drink that, it helps your insides. It helps you get hydrated more. It helps flush out your body, flush out all those toxins, especially during football season when you're eating a lot of bad stuff and you're drinking a lot of bad stuff. Go to alkavita.life to check them out. Check out all the different locations in the city of Jacksonville. They're doing a pop-up shop on October 17th in the Regency Square Mall where you can meet them and try the water. Alkavita.life, Alka-Vita alkaline water.
Lou here for Russ Boris, State Farm, the #1 auto insurance company in America. Why not be with the #1 agent in America? That's where I go, russboris.com. Now, at State Farm, they do the most auto and home policies of any company in America. Why not package it together? That's right, your auto and home insurance all in one policy. Superior service, product, and great rates. Visit russboris.com. So again, for the very best in auto and home insurance, visit State Farm. That's russboris.com.
It's so good it's scary. Mike Dempsey here for the monster turkey and cheddar triple wedge from Dandy Foods. 3 halves of plain old deliciousness that'll satisfy even the hardiest of appetites with fresh sliced smoked turkey, cheddar cheese on both sides, thank you very much, and they top it with creamy roasted red pepper mayo and serve it on fresh Pullman wheat baked the night before. It's a monster of a meal at just over $5. So the next time you're out and about, stop in at your local Circle K and make yours a monster turkey and cheddar from Dandy, and do it today.
If you've been injured on the job and are not receiving the benefits you're entitled to, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000, and take back control of your life. Office in Jacksonville.
Has someone in your household recently been diagnosed with COVID-19? East Coast Institute for Research is conducting a COVID-19 prevention clinical study and is now accepting volunteers. You may qualify if you're over 18 years old and live with someone who has recently tested positive. Participants will receive free study-related exams and investigational drug and will be compensated up to $3,250 for time and travel. Call today, 854-1354. That's 854-1354.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
As an investor, what do you get from a discount broker or mutual fund? Not much. But if you're seeking planning, financial architecture, direction, and personal interaction, we're a fee-based, independent, credentialed financial advisor. We are Capital Dimensions Wealth Management, a Jacksonville-based firm that performs in-depth analysis and on-site interviews with companies globally before investing our clients' money. If we can help, call 730-3877 or drop by our office on University Boulevard. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
The flagship station of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we? I can't hear you. Now that's That's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Start off this football season with $50 off a set of Yokohama tires. Mike Dempsey here for Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet has 12 locations all over Northeast Florida and literally wholesale prices to the public and full automotive repair. It's your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. But right now, for $50 off a set of Yokohama tires, go to TireOutlet.com/offers.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
8 o'clock on a Monday night. New England puts Stidham in, scores. We got a 13-10 ball game in Kansas City with 13 minutes left. Going to need them to feed Travis Kelce a little bit here. We'll keep you updated on that. You may get to a couple of the texts on 8 o'clock.
Yeah, let's make it fan interactive.
I like it.
I do
like
have one of my own. We could do that later.
874. This is a strong one. You ready for this?
It's a hot take.
This is my 8 o'clock. Trevor Lawrence is the most overrated quarterback in college football history.
Ooh, this is a Tom Brady as a system quarterback hot take.
He had one great game against Bama when he was a freshman.
One?
And he's beaten up a couple of dozen tomato cans in the ACC in his career. And he got exposed by the second legitimate defense that he'd seen with LSU in the championship game last year. Slow your roll on Sunshine.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
That's a take.
That is a take.
Someone who's only watched about 2 of his games ever, and it was the ones that he just said.
Man.
Because I can't see how you could watch him play and think that.
No.
Wow.
No.
Man,
I've seen him in person many a times. And no, sorry, 874. That can be your 8 o'clock.
It's like sometimes it's like I don't want to disrespect people, but like when I hear people with such vitriol for no reason, like I started to ask questions like, was there like a girl situation? Like were you and
Did you have a
Trevor
girlfriend
like,
that looked like Trevor?
That's one thing. That can make you mad.
Broke
every
your
time
heart?
every time you see her, every time you
It's a
see him and Ann Coulter, you get worried.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe he hates Ann Coulter
I'm
so
sure.
much.
Yeah, okay, maybe he's a little, yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah. Now I can get behind this one because I have a confession.
I've got another confession.
382. 8 o'clock is Gus Malzahn compromising his offensive philosophy for a sorry legacy kid. Now here's my confession.
These are my confessions.
I spent Saturday night
enjoying it.
belly laughing, like
You enjoyed it.
uncontrollably laughing.
You're such a hater.
Oh, and I don't even dislike Bo. I like Bo. But oh my gosh, I could not. Yes, this was me Saturday night.
That's my favorite part. I don't know what he says, but it just sounds like that was just the funniest thing ever, man.
Gus Malzahn has been completely exposed for the idiot that he is. And what is going on with Kirk Herbstreit?
What do you mean?
I need somebody in my life that blindly loves me the way Kirk Herbstreit loves Bo Nix.
Does he?
But
I had it
Oh
on
my
mute.
God.
I had it on mute.
Kirk
but I
does
was
this every year, though. He finds a person that he falls in love with, and he just
Bo Nix throws like 6 balls in the dirt in a row, and then he throws one
Yes.
ball that's good.
Well,
And Kirk's like, "Oh my gosh,
time out.
this kid is special."
Their,
You know
their
why?
offense looks like it's underwater.
Do you know
Oh,
why?
dude.
Have you ever watched gone back and watched Kirk play?
Oh, no, he was Bo.
He's like, this
Kirk
is
is
my
Bo.
kind of guy.
Kirk is Bo. Kirk was really athletic. Like his first play in college, he took it 65 yards to the house. Yeah,
Kirk did, huh?
yeah, Kirk. Yeah, it's Ohio State. Look up Kirk Herbstreit's one of his first touchdown or something like that. But Kirk really holds on to his college. It'd be like me if I made it big. If you ever heard me talk about Florida, I'm gonna tell the truth, but you're gonna hear all right, we know it's a little snot.
What
the hell's Pat doing?
What is Mahomes doing tonight?
It's gonna be a little bit of a snide to it, but I'll talk the truth. If I talk about Miami, it's gonna be some jokes. But Kirk hates Florida State because he vividly remembers when Florida State whipped his ass. He got almost a record put on him with sacks. He was getting beat up. So that's but Kirk's a good analyst. He just finds a guy that he really falls in love with, and it just gets weird.
72-yard touchdown run, by the way, against Minnesota.
Yeah, so I was right?
Yeah.
Dude, Gus
He's
Malzahn.
got wheels.
I'm sorry.
We should give to some of the people that probably don't know the inner workings of the show and you and everything. You should probably give
I can't stand
reasoning
Gus Malzahn.
why. Well, I think there's more to it than that.
The reason was because I think he's a liar. I think he's a horrible football coach.
Okay.
It has very little to do with the Joey Gatewood. Well, the lying
okay.
part has a lot to do with the Joey Gatewood situation. But when I've watched Auburn for the past 5 years, and you see every single year they have a top 10 class, and every single year they play Alabama well enough for him to keep his job. But it's what are you even doing? What's this offense you run? And what is this lack of a passing game that you run? Get into this century. Every now and then he'll have this gimmick that people will copy, and it's usually in the run game.
Mhm.
In the passing game, bro, he's still in black and white TV times.
He's reading magazines.
He is. It's unbelievable that this guy has an SEC job where he's making $6 million a year. I don't get it.
Every time you think he's about to get fired, he's not going to be. They do
He beats
just
Alabama.
good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. That was a great 8 o'clock by the texture. I had to pile on. What's else? 8
And
o'clock?
by the way, right after you said that about Mahomes, he just scrambled for a 15-yard first down.
What bump is scramble? I need to throw it to Kelsey.
Oh, yeah. Mine is James, my 8 o'clock.
Oh, man. What did I do?
Because James didn't, and I don't know if Denny knows this either. James hasn't told us about Mike Norvell's winning tradition, what he does after games.
God.
I don't know about
Dude,
this.
it's embarrassing.
Is it Motivation Monday?
It's worse. So he has a rock.
Okay.
And he puts the logo of the team they're playing on the rock or whatever. And after the game, they smash the rock.
No, they don't.
It's something
like
So,
the homecoming.
They
like the
had a
homecoming car
Jacksonville
smash?
State rock.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They do. They did.
And James didn't tell us about it.
I thought this was known. They put that out. I don't like it.
I know you don't.
I don't like it. It's a sled. They take a
How could
sledgehammer.
you?
The MVP takes a sledgehammer.
Who was the MVP? yesterday?
Jordan Travis. So you're knowing how 2020 goes.
He's gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
It happened here. It happened here with a punter named Chris Hansen.
Yeah, with the axe.
With an axe. He gashed his leg open.
Is that Del Rio?
Yes, that was Del Rio when they were talking about chopping wood. They had an axe and wood in the locker room. Was that Miko Hardman?
Yes.
Miko Hardman just scored a touchdown.
That does absolutely nothing for either one of us.
No.
That's my 8 o'clock. Right there.
So okay, so
They did it for Jacksonville State.
But now here's my question.
It's
though,
not
about,
just Jacksonville State. They would have done it for anybody.
But here's my
That's what
question,
they,
though.
They don't crack the rock for the teams they lose.
But do they
I would
buy
hope.
the rock for the teams they lose?
They've got no. They already
Was
have
there a
all
Miami
of them there.
rock? There was
They're
a
all
Miami
there
rock.
already.
So there's a Georgia Tech
There's
rock.
a Georgia Tech and a Miami rock
that went uncrushed.
It is not really
How
a
can
rock.
I get that Miami rock?
It's not really. It's not really a rock. What it is like a piece of almost like what they just did with the floors here.
Okay.
It's like a sheet,
like granite.
Like granite.
So it's like a sticker on a rock. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
So they just bought like a sticker, put it on the rock.
But they're all already there for the season. They're all lined up.
If you can get me Miami's rock from this year, I'll be your best friend.
Dude,
I
don't
mean,
think
he
they-
missed a kick.
I can't get that. I don't want
Get that rock for me, bro. God,
It's
I would love
just-
to have that.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I didn't like it. That's one of the. I don't really.
They're only how many
I don't
rocks
like
are they going to be
made
able
up-
to crush?
Like
this
when you
year?
have tradition,
It's
like
one
your university has tradition.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I don't like when you kind of try to
I'm with
bring
you on that.
new
Create
stuff
it.
like that.
I'm
like,
with you on
create
that.
it.
Like if you're going to a new program,
Yeah.
okay, one cool. But yeah,
What I don't really, and I don't like them bringing back some of the old traditions that winners did. Like I told, I was hyped Georgia Tech when they did that walk,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, don't ever do that walk again.
You don't deserve to do the walk.
My hate o'clock is this though. Is in the
Or
the
you could
theme
bring
of
back,
that,
or you could bring back the book bag.
No,
That's a tradition.
That's what that, and that was trying to. Like Jimbo
was trying
thought
to
about
steal
the
our
same
swag.
year that you guys brought out the turnover chain.
Yes.
Jimbo thought about the turnover spear. But then he said, "Nah, that's corny. I don't want to do that." And I kind of agree, but I like Miami's. Miami's is
We
grown.
were the
on me.
original.
Yeah,
I didn't even like it at
They're
first.
not. They're the ones that made it popular. Like people have had, like Minnesota has always had the lunch pail. No, Virginia Tech had the
Virginia
lunch
Tech,
pail.
yeah.
The Virginia Tech. So teams have had this
Stuff
but
like that.
I don't like it because that we haven't had that before. We don't need it.
Mm.
There are some things that I think he wants to do eventually, like legacy walk, bringing a lot of the former players to get more involved. But COVID stopped a lot of that. But one of the most iconic things that Florida State does have, and it's something to look forward to as a player, whether you suck or you don't,
Mhm.
is the tomahawk sticker.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the girls.
Yeah, well,
The girls are always there, but that's the problem with Florida State, is that the girls are there.
Oh, that's the problem.
They don't deserve them. I said
This
this.
year's team definitely.
It's a Greek play called Lysistrata. If you've never seen it, go see it live. It's really good. But go Google what Lysistrata is. Basically, the women of Athens and Sparta were tired of the men going and fighting each other. So what they did was they held out.
Oh, you
And-
think
and
that
the
Florida
world-
State women need to do that?
They need to hold out. I
for the football
guarantee
team.
you.
Wins.
I guarantee
They'll be
wins will
crushing more
yeah,
rocks.
they'll be crushing a lot more rocks. So they'll be very strong. But like the women need to come up to him and dude comes up, hey, I'm what's this guy's name? I'm Lawrence Tuafali or something like that, running back.
Like,
Running back at
do you
Florida
play
State.
basketball?
You play running back at Florida State?
Never
What's
mind.
running back?
We have a
I
football.
play football. Oh,
We're a basketball.
I don't talk to losers. And then just walk away. Like, come talk to me when you win.
Do you know
when-
anybody on the
Yeah.
basketball team?
Yeah.
Come talk to me when you win a game against an FBS school. Point me in the direction of the 7'5" dark skinned dude. The 7'5" African on the basketball team. Because they're our national champions. Our COVID national champions.
Bro,
Stuff like that. But the tomahawk sticker is something that you already know. Like, so if I score a touchdown, we lose a game, I still have something
Yeah.
of intrinsic value because it looks cool.
right.
He's kept them all bald, which I'm not mad at that, but now he's trying to introduce them after you got to win. So now it looks like it's fabricated. Like, you don't just hold them off because do what you need to do, your tradition, whether you have it or not.
James.
They think you shouldn't bring it up because this.
I kind of like though not giving them out. Like if you want to accrue them, that's cool. But I
Like,
kind
you
of
can
like
lose
not
your
giving them out.
you can lose your tomahawks. You could have gave them all tomahawks for Miami.
Pick
Pick
six.
six.
Yep.
Which I didn't need that.
Matthew, Tyron.
That's his
Honey
second
Badger.
one.
Did you what happened with like Tamara and Terry? Like, did those guys start?
Terry played. I don't remember if he started, but he played a lot.
Okay.
But like I was saying,
That wasn't
Dante
on
Lucas
Stidham,
and Maurice Smith, they didn't play because they
Lucas
missed
was the
curfew.
one who wanted to fight the entire Miami squad.
Bro, 563 on the text line. This is great. He says, "What are they going to do with the leftover rocks for the year? Norvell going to be fired with a box full of rocks."
Yeah.
You think they give it to him in a box?
Listen, Mike,
give him a box of rocks.
I need you to come in. We need to see you. I want you to bring your keys and the box of rocks.
But see, the thing is, what sucks.
He said if Kick Rocks
Yeah.
was a person.
What sucks in today's society is that it's so electronic that the key doesn't even matter. Like, what happens is it's like what happened with Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
You go up and you type in your your code
Doesn't work.
and it doesn't work. And the code is like, oh, never mind, go. Well, actually, I don't
We
have
got
it
new
no more.
code today here, by the way. I was afraid one of you guys got canned.
It could.
Well,
That was a
yeah,
very.
Just happy it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I was like, what'd they
Who
say
knows?
yesterday about the Jags?
This is not Gardner Minshew's fault.
He's a Jag. I'm not a Jags homer, but it's never the Jags' fault. It's never the ownership.
I don't think it's Gardner's fault.
It's not Gardner's fault.
Huh.
Yeah,
They
that's what
stink.
you guys sound like.
This is not Gardner Minshew's fault.
They stink. That's whose fault it is. It's everybody. It's the. But
It's Shad Khan's
I'm
fault,
not
as
really.
far as I'm
Okay,
concerned.
like, can I? I had a good day.
Would you want to talk about it when we come back?
I mean,
Yes, please.
we got that break, sure.
Yeah, because we're way behind.
Yeah.
Let's talk about James' good day.
All right.
When we come back.
In your car or out of your car.
Get me out of this car.
Take 1010XL with you wherever you go.
We're online and ready.
By downloading our free 1010XL app. Available for all smartphones and tablets.
Gearing up for the second 9 weeks. This is Big Game James with the Big Game James backpack giveaway at Twin Lakes Elementary School on October 10th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com to register your child to receive a free book bag and be provided a week's worth of meals from Feeding Northeast Florida. October 10th, Twin Lakes Elementary School from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com for more details on how to donate, register, or volunteer.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, forgetful,
Who put this banana in the toaster?
you did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
The Local IQ Series Jacksonville Championship is in the books, and now it's your turn to challenge your game at Hidden Hills, where some of the best young players in the world played. Book online at hiddenhillsgc.com or call to make your tee time at 620-0910.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Youth sports are getting back into full swing, so you know what that means. Custom Yetis, so dads can keep their beer or sodas cold. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Contractors need concrete demoed and hauled off? Get that concrete the plunk out of there. Call Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. We want to recycle that clean concrete and have a storage yard to take it on. Need a pump truck or concrete can? We rent them. Now hiring equipment operators and construction superintendents. Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. 924-0006. Or online at CustomConcreteJacks.com. That's CustomConcreteJacks.com. Get that concrete the plunk out of there.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what he's saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
If you're a business owner, property manager, or run a restaurant or hotel, are you tired of your garbage company raising their prices with hidden fees? What if you could add to your bottom line and declare your freedom with the exclusive fixed price guarantee at Freedom Waste Management, a family-owned, locally based waste management company? Visit freedomwastemgt.com to talk to an expert and lock in your fixed price guarantee, premium service, and competitive pricing. That's Freedom Waste Management.
I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. And Greg, when we're talking about the, say, hot temps into the cooler temperature months, you can have a dirt bike, you can have a side-by-side, you can keep the fun going all year long.
Absolutely. It's a great time to get out and ride side-by-sides. Coming into this fall weather, there's a lot of parks around here, ATV parks for people to get out and ride. Great time to spend time with your family.
And you soup up all these rigs where they can have the Bluetooth and everything else.
We've got radios, lift kits, big wheels, big tires, you name it.
Cycles of Jacksonville, check them out, Atlantic and Regency.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Hi, this is Joe Butler from Black Creek Outfitters. Getting outside on the water in the Florida sun may be the best medicine of all. At Black Creek, we specialize in getting you out on the water on kayaks and paddleboards. 2 things we offer: free delivery in the area and 12 months no interest financing. Call us up at 904-645-7003 and we can get your new kayak or paddleboard out to you today so you can get on the water tomorrow. Black Creek Outfitters, locally owned and operated by the Butler family since 1983.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den coming to you from the Humidor, or brought to you by thehumidor.com. Not coming to you from thehumidor.com.
Be nice.
Yeah. Coming to you from the Quick Draw Rapid Testing Studios. Brought to you by thehumidor.com.
Need to go there this weekend.
Which one?
Both.
Both?
I know I'm going up there on Saturday. I'll watch the games up there. I got some friends coming.
Okay,
from
let
out of town.
people know, like, when you talk about you're going to Quick Draw Rapid Testing, you're not going to get tested and watch the games. They have, like, this.
We can.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they have, like, this amazing, like, lounge area. Yeah. People are like, why is James going to a COVID testing place?
Because it's safe. It's a bubble. Going to the bubble to watch. That might be what I say. I'm going to the bubble to watch the games to make sure I don't get COVID.
Actually, that would be genius marketing.
But I need to go to thehumidor.com, order some more cigars.
You gonna type in Sports Den?
Of course, 20% off.
I didn't know. I mean, you said you had a good day. I didn't know if you got like a ton of money and it was just like, I don't need that 20%.
Just like I told my mom today when she came by to visit.
Mom came by today?
Yeah, she's unfortunately she's going to Orlando. One of her sorority sisters passed.
Oh.
But she stopped through.
Damn.
Did you hear he had just started playing the music?
Yeah, my bad.
Today was a good
I pulled
day.
an RJ.
Not for her.
But not for her. But no, she came. She loves to see her grandkids. But you know, she said anyway, she came by. I always like seeing my mom. But the day was basically running errands, and you know, I was I got a chance to chop it up. My I-9 folks are supporting the book bag drive, so that's really just. And it has some big time sponsors get picked up. When I actually get them, secure the funds, I'll talk about it. Lot J came around. Got a chance to talk with Lenny about that in the mayor's office. They're going to support it.
They're going to support Lot J.
They're going to support Lot J definitely, but
and they're going to support the book.
They're
bag
going to
drive.
support the book.
How can
bag.
people?
That's
support
how
the book
they're
bag?
supporting the book bag drive is through Lot J.
Oh, there you go.
Little known fact.
Okay.
But how you can go to JamesColemanGivesBack.com. But you know, the mayor has this thing called KidsHopeAlliance.org. If you go check that out, that's kind of one of his initiatives for the JITs. He's an MFTK guy too. Mentor for the kids. Mentor for
Are
the kids.
you telling me there's a website named Big James?
No.
No. What's
There
it
is
called?
a big game. There's a biggameshop.com. You can go buy some MFTK gear to support the cause as
Okay,
well.
what's the name of the website?
James Coleman.
James Coleman
Givesback.com.
I gotta look at this.
And
James Coleman.
man, I thought I had a good day, but Stidham is making sure everybody has a good day.
Look
but
at
me.
JamesColemanGivesBack.com.
But I
want to be big time like that.
I was chopping it up with my I-9 and my son. We're one of the better teams in the I-9 youth division, U8
We
division,
took our
first and
first
second
L
grade.
Saturday.
Yeah, we played Clemson, the Clemson of I-9.
No, we took our first L.
But they're gonna send out some information. I just thought that was big. I think with community organizations like I-9 can get behind you and help push it out, and they care about the community. That's a big thing. So you know, they'll always have my support. And now I like coaching my son, but now I feel like I might have to give him a little bit more coaching. Get up there. I'm the crazy guy with the signs, yelling at the kids, slamming clipboards.
By signs, do you mean like the Goodyear blimp that says "Big Games of Pimp"?
Not quite, but like the one that has like Racho, not Racho.
It has like their favorite
Macho
characters
Randy,
on it.
like,
and,
and that's the play.
Juicy fruit,
Gotcha.
gum, like weird stuff. By the way,
An MFTK banner.
MFTK banner, definitely.
are we blaming the coaches for your loss, Denny, or the kids, or like
No, it
It's
was
the players.
front
It's always the
office?
Yeah, our best player had have surgery on his arm or something like that.
Oh, so injury
It's
bug.
physical
The
in flag
injury
football.
bug. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't realize like how much we were gonna miss him, and we missed him. One of their kids after the game, walked up to my son, who's pretty good, said, "Y'all's team sucked." I was like,
That's so real.
it's like I didn't even know what to tell my son to do. Like,
I would tell you know what I would tell him.
Walker's like chill though. You've been around Walker. Walker's very chill. Yeah, I mean, what advice should I have given Walker? He's laughing about it to me.
Nah. Trey knows not to do that.
So what do you tell Trey?
We don't have friends. MFTK them kids. Basically, them kids. MF them kids.
So stomp him out.
Basically, like he's played like our girl Nina.
Uh-huh.
Like her son played on one of the teams. I've seen this kid. He's the same age as my son. I blacked out. I don't see him. I don't see the kid.
He's like, hey, Mr. Coleman.
Like Trey knocked him out. Trey went over like the kid, like
don't talk to my dad.
Like Trey like hit him. Like he came across, which I liked it. You come across the middle, ain't no free catches
I hope
around
it was
here.
a clean hit.
Oh, it's clean.
No helmet. Okay.
Clean
Well,
as
they're
you
not
can
wearing
in flag.
helmets.
They're not wearing helmets, but ain't no easy catches in our 9, not in our division. You come across the middle, you're gonna get touched
If you want.
Like, but he also has one of his friends is over there. I think his name is Logan. And he's played against him, and he's like, I was like, Trey, I know, Dad.
No friends between the lines.
He's my friend after the game. I don't like him during the game. You don't have to tell me again.
I love that.
But one kid didn't get that because the team that we've lost to, the 2 times we've gone up against, he plays baseball with them kids. And I'm like, man, them ain't your friends. They didn't pick you on this team. They had you come over here with us.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Using the mojo 31 teams passed on me.
Yeah. He's enamored with the friend. Y'all can go eat
Do you make
pizza.
up stories about how the coach said he's
I'm
not
going to
any
do
good?
that in the championship game when we see him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, listen, now you over here smiling and giggling. They said you weren't any good, and I came over here and we built you up to this level.
Coach told me that before the game.
Yep.
So these kids.
Coach came over and said, "Hey, that kid that you had at quarterback,
soft.
He would never play quarterback for us. He's not even a good baseball. We don't even on baseball. We don't. He's put him in right field.
He's the Taven Bryan.
Yeah. We call, what he doesn't know is when he's not around, we call him Taven.
You know that James called RJ the Taven Bryan of producers.
I saw somebody tweet me that today, and I died laughing.
Dude, we
It's
had
very mean.
The
we
disrespect.
had a Mad Dad's moment.
We did.
And
He didn't
one,
find the
just like our outro song, where he never said he told us that that's not true. That's not your last segment. Like we haven't had that
For
the
6 years.
6 years. Mad Dads is a pretty good recurring theme that we have on this show.
Be ready.
Be ready. I started doing it, and everybody's like, "Where's the music? Where's the music?" He definitely doesn't play that.
This is right.
He plays some adult educational film music.
It did. It sounded like Mad Dads was recording something.
Yeah, I'm like,
He was in adult films.
It sounded like, remember we were talking about we're gonna get bored with no sports, and what I did the first week when I was actually breaking down film
Oh yeah,
of adult
'cause Joe
educational
Buck
films.
was offered to do that
Right.
for $1 million.
So that's basically what it sounded like.
So he just Googled Central Music or
I don't know what it was. He gave us the name of the song.
And then he
but
said, "Well, JJ doesn't have it's in his file." And I'm like, "Well, dude, talk to JJ. You're going to be doing this show on Sundays, dude. Talk to JJ.
Find where Matt Dad's
Yeah,
music
figure
is.
out what would WWJD
Did I
JJD
get him a bracelet?
So James very angrily called him the Taven Bryan of producers.
messed it
Did
up.
Taven have a good game on Sunday?
He made the stat.
I didn't
line.
really
He
see
had
him
2
out there.
tackles, which yes. So yes, he had an amazing
By
game.
the way, speaking of the defensive line, have you seen the sacks the last 2 weeks that the Jags have recorded?
2.
One was Josh Allen got a sack because Burrow went down for no gain
Right,
and he
slid.
touched him.
Right.
And then last week it was when Fitzpatrick wanted to keep the clock running instead of throwing the ball out of bounds. Those have been their 2 sacks.
Is
the
it
last 2
true
weeks.
that they still have Saxonville signs at the stadium?
Please no.
They need to take those. take those out.
Please no.
We don't do that very well.
I forgot about Saxon.
What's crazy is, and this should have been my 8 o'clock, is that how much we've bashed as a family, all the guys who left. Like, remember when Jan wasn't doing any good? Like, Jan, you're up there struggling in Minnesota.
Didn't
Jan
even
has
have a sack in week
Jan
1.
has more sacks than, or just as many sacks. No, he has 3. He has
That's
more
3.
sacks than the Jags.
The Jags don't have 3 sacks.
I think we have 2.
Four.
We have 4.
But like I said,
Oh, maybe it
2
was
of them
2
are
weeks.
fake.
Yeah. What was the deal
Um,
with Fournette? Why did he not play? Is he hurt?
I believe so.
Ronnie Harrison retweeted something. I didn't even believe it. I had to go look it up.
Who's he play for?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Hmm.
And one of our guys here was like, "You're in Cleveland. You suck. You're worse than us." Cleveland's 3-1.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
They just beat the Cowboys.
Now, by no effort of Baker Mayfield. Shout out to OBJ.
Still don't like him. No.
Shout out to
OBJ
OBJ. OBJ scored on a jet sweep that he had no business
And
scoring
the
on.
touchdown pass he caught wasn't even from
Nope.
It's from Juice, right?
yeah
Yep.
Landry. Yeah.
Yep. Who threw the tar out that thing?
We have to go to break because we have to talk about Jalen.
Oh, geez. Don't.
Denny
do this
doesn't
to
like
me.
him, but I mean, I get it.
Fine. We'll talk. He is LeVar Ball to me.
Denny has some real hatred.
He
that
does.
needs to
I
go
see
talk to
that.
somebody about.
He's in the news though.
Yes, he is. Fine. We'll come back and talk about Jalen.
Special teams are the secret ingredient to a winning team.
All three phases come into play: offense and defense, special teams.
Listen for the Special Teams Player of the Week, brought to you by the urological specialists of McEver Clinic on 1010XL.
Hello, I'm Eddie Farah. If you're injured on the job, your rights are determined by the Workers' Compensation Statute. Under Florida law, your employer must have workers' compensation coverage if they have 4 or more employees. If it's a construction job, then your employer must have coverage with only 1 employee on the payroll. When these coverages don't exist, you may be cleared to sue your employer for all of your financial losses, including pain and suffering. We often see situations when the injured worker has an additional claim, such as when you're on the job and you're struck by a negligent driver, or a defective piece of machinery causes you injury. That's why it's so important to always conduct a thorough investigation of how your injury happened. These are tough economic times, and we want you to know your rights. Go to farahandfarah.com or call us at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family since 1979. Offices, Jacksonville.
Frank Frangie here for Renewal by Anderson. Folks, for a limited time, buy 1 window or door and get 40% off, plus no money down, payments, or interest for 12 months. Go to renewalbyanderson.com. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbvs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010XL.com.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Jaguars fans, let's tackle social injustice together on game days with Selfies for Change. Visit TIAABank.com/selfies for change to take a virtual selfie with a Jaguars player and unlock a $5 donation to the Jaguars Foundation to help fight social injustice. Share your photo on Instagram or Twitter using hashtag Selfies for Change so more fans can be part of the movement. Join us on game days at TIAABank.com/selfies for change. TIAA Bank is the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I want my Woody's barbecue.
High Flying Jacko here, and believe you me, I know what a drag the virus is. The mask thing's a real pain. There's only one thing that fixes my attitude. It's Woody's barbecue. Cook low, slow, and fall off the bone good. If the virus is making you crazy, visit your neighborhood Woody's today.
At Woody's barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
Up in the morning with the rising sun, back to our dock before the day is done. Boats and trucks and airplanes too, bringing seafood from the world to you. Fresh from us to your family. Come be a part of our legacy. Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop. Fisherman's Dock, the ultimate seafood shop.
Let's have lunch with Leon.
It was just total chaos at Miami.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Brought to you by Wingstop. Weekdays from noon till 1:30 on 1010XL.
Listen to 1010XL, baby.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get their ones, I'm trying to get them hands.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Okay, y'all go ahead. Y'all have your conversation about Jalen Ramsey.
I was impressed.
With what?
First of all, the tackle.
Okay.
And second of all, I was impressed that both guys, because you hear this a lot, especially in the world of athletes, that, oh, when I see so-and-so, next time I see you, you know, it's on. Yeah, exactly.
That was
Paid
on
site. They literally did that.
Okay.
And you don't see that a lot.
And I don't know who started the fight at the 50. I do know Jalen.
This is the part.
How do we not have video, by the
This
way?
is the part that I get flustered
of them
right here. What do you mean you don't know who started the fight? It's the guy who had two kids with a girl and then left her right after she had the kid. That's who started the fight.
I'm not going to judge him for that because I don't know the specifics.
Bro, if that was my brother-in-law or my whatever he's supposed to be, there wouldn't have been a fight.
Hold on. Time out.
What if my sister wasn't acting right?
I'm not even going to go there. One, that's their issues. They weren't married. He didn't do it. He didn't beat her. He didn't put his hands on her.
Two kids with her.
He hasn't left them. He has his responsibility as a father. He broke up with her, and he did it in a very terrible. He cheated. He did a whole bunch.
There was a stripper involved.
I'm not justifying that part.
No, it was a dancer.
Oh,
but there's one thing that I won't do for my sister. Now, you put your hands on my sister, and I find out,
I'm gonna kill you.
I can't say that because they got me banned from Twitter, but you can read between the lines. It's gonna be.
Now, if you do all that to my sister, what you just said he did, dude, I ain't waiting until I see you on a football
field. I'm not going to jail over somebody cheating on somebody.
Yeah, that's
the
adult
reality.
stuff. That's adult business.
When the baby's barely born, you can hold off.
Well, we don't know.
Let's just agree you're a crappy person on that.
We don't know the
that,
specifics.
but I'm saying I'm not.
The baby was one. What do you mean?
Here's the other reason.
So what if you hate your chick?
The baby wasn't even one.
Time out.
Then don't have the kid.
Because we're gonna go with allegeds. This is the guy who allegedly slept with his teammate's wife.
Who are talking about? Golden Tate?
It got punched and dropped into. No, Percy punched him into the laundry basket, but Golden Tate was the one who allegedly slept with Russell Wilson's ugly ex-wife.
Okay.
So he's not.
So
a
what
good
I'm
guy
saying
either.
is he's not the moral standard to have to do that. He knows the game.
Fine. I don't even care about Golden. I don't like Golden Tate.
But what I'm
either.
saying is I get what you're saying.
But don't say who started it.
Golden State, not Golden State. Golden Tate is the one who went out there on Twitter saying that you're going to have to see me and be held accountable. Now, to Jalen's this is why I believe he did it. Golden Tate did it. This is why I
started
it.
Started the fight at the 50-yard line.
Because while he's trying to handle stuff off the field, in the confines of the game, Jalen Ramsey whipped his ass as many times as he could. That hit, that last one that we saw, that was you was talking that ish. He ran through a running back, flung him, and then still hit him. Now, this is where Golden probably should have fought him. I would have been mad too.
After the tackle?
Well, he lifted my legs up and dropped me on my knee. That was a little.
But that's what Jalen's a punk.
That was a little. But most defensive guys would do that too, but he didn't have to.
And
if Jalen did that every week, I'd be like.
But Jalen's had a couple. Has had some highlight hits.
Trash Josh.
Not Trash Josh.
Embarrassed him the week before.
Trash Josh lit him up, but
we didn't hear anything from Jalen.
But outside, he's had he had one last week.
If Jalen,
the only reason I know is that similar, like they don't show the other lineups that Trash Josh did to him, but they'll show the hits and they'll be like, "This is the physicality."
Okay.
But I want to be clear on this. Like,
Twitter.
I'm not one of these guys that thinks that Jalen is a terrible DB. I think he's If not
Awesome.
the best,
I get
one of
it.
the top 3.
You feel about him the way I feel about Deion. I get it.
Like, I just like if he played that way every week, if he made big tackles every week, not just on weeks where somebody made him mad. But I keep hearing, well, who started it? What do you mean who started it?
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're just going to use context.
I got you, and I'm not mad at you. And I'm not suggesting that Jalen is a saint or somebody who's off the field actions and antics, and some of his on-field antics is somebody that I would want my son to emulate.
I broke my back.
But what I am saying is this, is that I believe in protecting every woman with the last name Coleman. But I do have, but I also know that I have a family to provide for too. If I'm going to go to jail, I want to go to jail for a better reason than you left my sister, in particular with my history with women as well.
I got it.
So that's the only reason I'm saying.
I agree.
I don't
100% with
I
that.
don't want this to come through as judgmental. It's not. I'm just saying, like, when all the announcers are talking about, well, they've got family drama. The family drama is Jalen's got 2 kids with the girl.
Right. And he left her
And
while
he
she was
left her while
pregnant.
she was pregnant.
He
Like,
did, but again, I want to say, because left is a strong word. They broke up. He did not leave his child. I just want to make sure people understand that.
wait.
He would have. He left. He broke
There
up
was
with
already
the
a
mother.
kid.
Yeah, there was a kid.
Okay.
That he took care
This
of.
was the second
He had
kid.
another kid.
She did
And-
not leave him.
No, but what I'm saying, they broke up, which happens
Why?
because he found another woman.
Right.
Which
Is
he
that
broke
like
up.
they
Which
She
both
loved
went-
him more.
But she broke
She
up.
treated him right.
She broke up with the He's broke up with that one.
Oh,
With
the
another
dancer.
one.
The dancer. So he's with a third.
She was never she didn't live
But it's
here.
okay. But it's
She didn't
okay
live
because
here.
he's been quoting Bible verses on Twitter. So
Now that's the stuff. But if we go by that point,
Not
like,
everyone's the most
it's-
perfect Christian.
Yeah, it's
ever.
a lot of people that quote Bible verses. that
Yeah,
shit.
it just makes me
I'm
laugh.
a Christian, but I'm a terrible
JJ,
Christian.
some of the best prayers that I've ever heard before a game come from some of the most sinning people that I knew. One of my teammates literally
evil.
exactly this guy right here. One of my teammates would have 5 women in the room before a game, and he's leading the prayer. I stopped letting them pray over me because I knew that prayer wasn't going past.
It wasn't
the ceiling.
working.
I was like, "This is why we lost."
That prayer stays
Hey,
in
you
this
prayed
room.
before Clemson my sophomore year, and that's why God didn't bless us.
oh, hate to end the show like that, but that's how we're gonna do it. We're off tomorrow night. We'll be back on Wednesday
I
night
did it all
at
for
9
the
o'clock.
Jalen Ramsey.
We'll be back Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. Y'all have a great evening. We'll talk to you then.